Aloha, family and friends. As you know, I'm a passionate Big Island conservation and cultural artist, and I've lived and loved Hawaii since 1980. This is me at my dedication for the State Foundation on Culture and the Arts Pukalani School mural on Maui. My work seeks to increase awareness and action about the importance of nature and indigenous wisdom and to inspire everyday people to take care of life. I'm thrilled to share this presentation, which I created for the 28th Hawaii Conservation Alliance Conference. I'm honored to have had my abstract accepted, as participation is traditionally reserved for researchers and on-the-ground conservationists. I'm here to share our significant progress on the mural at the Kona International Airport. Thank you so much for following the project. Detailed stained glass mosaics of the biodiversity of Hawaii will be added to the mural in the next phase, so please keep watching. If this work moves you, please add the name of your family and your water source, lake or river to the thin blue line on the mural, and share this project with anyone you know who may be interested, any benefactors you know who may wish to sponsor a wall or a special element, and on your social media. We'll appreciate that very much. You may know my work with Rama the elephant from the Oregon Zoo and keeper Jeb Barsh. And during this short presentation, I invite you to delve into the one thing we all share, the ha, the breath, and to breathe very slowly for the next 5 or 10 minutes. This is what the Rama exhibition looked like, a journey of art and soul for the earth at the World Conservation Congress in 2016. We had 10,000 square feet outside the General Assembly, where I met many of my greatest heroes, including Edward O. Wilson, the legendary, I think 90-year-old conservationist. And he said, "Yes, I saw your work. I found it striking, beautiful. Your place in art history is assured. My new book is called The Origin of Creativity, and I'd love to use one of your paintings for the frontispiece, for it will be art that exponentially expands the reach of this knowledge." For Calley O'Neill and Rama the elephant, with gratitude for your creative work, Edward O. Wilson. My first work in Hawaii, the university murals, Hawaii Ka'ukumu, Hawaii is my teacher. This and many other works served as the foundation for receiving the commission for the airport. These murals were guided by my kumuhula, brother Frank Hewitt, and he taught me the principles of pono design, of responsible, of respectful Hawaiian design. This and other works led to the Kipapa mural and my first State Foundation on Culture and the Arts Commission. I worked with over 200 children and their parents and their aunties, uncles, grandparents on this border. I do often wonder, when did life become ordinary? How? There is nothing ordinary about life. And the more we pause in awe at the extraordinary beauty and complexity of nature, the more magic we can create together. That mural led happily into my second State Foundation commission, Navau A'opi'ilani, the life-giving forests of Maui. It's 52 feet wide, 14 feet at the apex, and 313 students and families participated in the creation of the border and this dedication. The Kona Airport mural, E ola ka honua o vau ka honua, long live the earth, I am the earth. The most important thing we can ever do is realize that everything we do matters, from one of our heroes, Jane Goodall. Really, everything we say matters, everything we do matters, everything we buy matters. The mural, we hope, matters. As 3 to 4 million people come through this airport, right out this TSA new entrance to the Kona International Airport. There's 321 feet right along this wall of Malama Aina taking care of the earth. It's all about opening people's hearts. Aldo Leopold, the American scientist and author, said, "We stand guard over works of art, while species representing the work of eons are being stolen under our noses." And Earl Regador said, in these 8 murals, these 8 perspectives of Malama Aina to take care of the land. And land, if you know Hawaii, means everything. It means the land, the creatures, the water, the sea, all life forms. There are 8 walls here, 40 feet long. And Earl said, show them the abundance and beauty that was, can, and must be again. Hawaii astronaut, the late Ellison Onizuka, said, every generation has the obligation to free men's minds for a look at new worlds, to look out from a higher plateau than the last generation. Here, Keala Ching blesses the team and the mural. It was amazing. And you can watch his blessing on our website. And Hannah Springer said, first, find peace. For all of us, before you do anything, she said, first, find peace. Running through all 321 feet of the mural is the thin blue line. I'm going to take a minute to share for those of you that want a refresher on what is that. Our home is a thin living membrane around a rocky planet. From their view in space, the astronauts call this band of life the thin blue line. Space starts just 62 miles above Earth's surface. Drive straight up at 60 miles an hour, and you will reach the end of the living world in 10 minutes. As a matter of fact, you can walk out of life on the Himalayas in this world. The mural's thin blue line, also symbolic of Kawai'ola, sacred water, connects all 8 panels. Ed Wilson said, the totality of life, known as the biosphere to scientists and creation to theologians, is a membrane of organisms wrapped around the earth so thinly it cannot be seen edgewise from a space shuttle, yet so internally complex that most species composing it remain undiscovered. The membrane is seamless from Everest Peak to the floor of the Mariana Trench. Creatures of one kind or another inhabit virtually every square inch of the planetary surface. You can be part of the thin blue line. Please add your name, your family's name, your water source to the line. Joanna Macy said, if the world is to be healed through human effort, I am convinced it will be by ordinary people, people whose love for this life is greater than their fear. The first wall is the Aloha Wall, and you see the thin blue line running through, and it will continue all the way down with Kupuna, Keala Ching, and Earl Regador. Keala said the mural is a circle from which aloha will flow out around the world and back again. And just sharing a little of the technique, here's Keala's phase. It's using an ancient technique. I will glaze paint and fire repeatedly. Glaze paint, fire, glaze paint and fire. Vitreous paints, which are actually ground glass, until the result that I want is achieved. Here's our Beeck mineral paint, our palette. It'll last, we hope, as they say, 100 years. Alo is to join with, to be in the face of. It means face, to be in the presence of Ha, the breath, spirit. Keala said, aloha is. Aloha has never changed or evolved. It encompasses all. It's the source and oneness of life, the one breath, Ha, we all share. It's the field, the atmosphere, our living biosphere. Nicholas Black Elk shared, the Holy Land is everywhere. Ua mau ke ea o ka aina I kapono. The life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness. Kamehameha, the third saying, is now, of course, the Hawai'i State motto. Here's a look. If only it were this fast, of how we got here with our Beeck mineral paint. Lots of taping. 6 months of work. A team of 2 to 5 people at any given time. The masking goes on and the masking comes off. And the Beeck paint is spectacular. Pure inorganic mineral paint. Here's the results. awaiting for the stained glass mosaic. So first the kupuna, the wise elders, the lineal descendants of the land, the storytellers, the wisdom carriers show up to tell the stories. And they'll show up to tell the story of the water. Water is life, sacred waters. Now we all must become water conservers and water protectors. One of our kupuna, Hana Kihalani Springer, shares. It's going to take a lot of love to change the way things are. And love is, we know, the answer. So what the Hawaiians share is that aloha, love, is the answer. And the active principle of love is malama, to care for. And that's the one thing really that has been missing from the Western dominant culture. So here I am painting Hualalai with Noah. When Noah was 4 days old, he accompanied me to work every day on the King Shop's murals. Now, 28 years later, Noah is my right-hand man and the lead painter for the mineral background paintings. And these paintings and this paint is just stunning, and Noah is a champion. The ocean wall with the Moana Ohana. We particularly celebrate their elder, Ling Nakachi, who passed away, and we honor the legacy and ongoing work of him. And we're honored to have him standing guard for the ocean with his family, which they do. Powerful ocean defenders. For nothing will matter if we fail to protect the ocean. Our fate and the fate of the ocean are one, shares her deepness, Sylvia Earle. Now art must speak on behalf of life with a greater power than ever before. It's all about the forest. All the kupuna share whatever wall they're on. It's all about the forest. And Ed Wilson shared very tersely, destroying a tropical rainforest and other species-rich environments or ecosystems for profit is like burning all the paintings in the Louvre to cook dinner. So the question is, Bill McDonough, the extraordinary green architect, asked long ago, how do we love all the children of all species for all time? What legacy will we leave for the children, knowing that our legacy will be recorded in the natural world? Eola ka honua o vau ka honua. Long live the earth, I am the earth. The voyagers, they're the voyagers and they share. It's all about the forest and the community. They could not go around the whole world in the Malama Honua voyage without the forest and the community. And I want to learn to see through native eyes. We all will do well right now to learn to see through native eyes and to support the indigenous wisdom carriers who know how to take care of the earth. And I know Thompson shared what you call resources, we call relatives. It's all about relationships. And the relationships travel through the culture, through stories, through the legends, through the myths, sharing the wisdom that comes down through the light, in this case of the Keakealani Ohana. The daughters, 3 daughters, soon to come the next daughter, and also the father, Sunny. Here's Ku'ulei and her daughters, and they're standing for the culture as the most extraordinary storyteller in Hawaii. And she asks, what are we but the stories we tell ourselves and believe to be true? Through the stories, we convey the transfer of wisdom and knowledge from the ancestors. We are orators, and stories are the intersection of memory and the imagination. And Kaikea Nakachi had said, one of the Moana Ohana, the main thing we want to remember right now is we're still writing the story, and let's make it a fabulous, beautiful, uplifting, regenerative story. If you take care of the land will take care of you. Take care of all you have. It's your legacy. When you work, give it all you got. And we are. This is from Clayton Punahale. The late Clayton Punahale was an amazing blind farmer right here on the left. He became blind from diabetes. And most beautiful garden with Taro taller than he is, standing here with Junior Kanuha, and Ruth Alau is also on this panel. And Junior lived by this Olelo Noe Au. Aloha ke kahi I ke kahi. Love one another. Love your breath. Love your water. Love your lands, love your people, love yourself. Be the love. For what we love, we will care for and protect. Eola ka'aina, oh vau ka'aina, long live the land, I am the land. Here's the whole panel. Aloha will save the world, this I believe. There's Clayton. The final panel is the Aloha panel. So Keala shared that since the mural is a circle, you begin and end with Aloha. And Reggie Lee's mother, the highly esteemed master weaver, Auntie Maluihi Elizabeth Lee, shares, we have a responsibility to the kupuna, to the keiki, to each other, and to upholding life itself. We have a responsibility to love the land and take care of it. Now we all must become stewards of the water and land, konohiki, wherever we are, with all we have, for all time. It's called kuleana in Hawaiian. So I want to thank you. Thank you for being with me as I share the heart and my heart, our heart of an amazing team and the soul of this mural. Take care. Aloha.